What's the deal, man? It's the boy Dwayne McClain at Dwayne McClain TV. Like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate all the new subscribers. Please subscribe to my Patreon. I'm uploading on that weekly, daily, some of my uncut content where I can be a little more explicit on there. So please subscribe to that. Link is in the description box. Also, the link to my merch, No Days Off, DMTV hoodies, link is in the description box as well. Also hit the Cash App as well. Link is in the description box. We working, no days off. And then my advice to anybody out there, if you want to get out of the debt cycle, you must not take a day off no matter what, even if you're on that beer and butter. Now, today's video is going to be about Trump. Trump recently had another attempt on his life, and I think it's very unfortunate. To me, I think some of these attempts are staged, but it's staged on which part? Because I know from my extensive research that if a political party wanted somebody iced out and they wanted to buy them some jewelry, wanted to buy them some bracelets, rings, you know what I'm saying, an anklet, you know what I mean, they'll make it happen. That's what happened. Matter of fact, I don't know who is. Jeffrey Franklin Kannapolis. I have no idea who he is. And I don't know what happened to him. I never did my research. I never paid attention to social studies. But Jeffrey Kannapolis had a situation with politics, and he got a situation happen to him on camera, live. Now, if this was going on with, I don't even know who this president dude is, man. I don't know who this guy is. This Caucasian male on the screen. I've never seen him before. We're just going to call him Daniel Trumpet. So Daniel Trumpet, if they really wanted to get rid of Daniel Trumpet, it would have happened by now. There would be no attempts. And I apologize out here, rain. I'm getting my house or my apartment remodeled right now, so I'm in the car, so there's rain sounds. I apologize. So if they really wanted to, y'all know who they is, the powers that be, if it wanted to happen, it would happen. My question is, who's calling the shots? Who is the ones pulling the strings? Is it Daniel Trump? Or is it the party of the elephants? The Democratic Party, the demo party? Now, I feel like some of his stuff is staged so he can get votes and make it seem cool, make it seem like it's one of his life. And a lot of these guys seem like patsies. If you don't know what a patsy is. So when John Franklin Kannapolis had his life on TV, happened to him, there was a guy named, I think his name was Oswald. Look it up. Oswald was supposedly the guy who had the rifle that dislodged a magic incendiary round. And he said that he was a patsy. Supposedly. I have never done social studies, so all this stuff I'm talking about, you need to research on your own. Okay? So when I look at this story with Trumpet, I'm thinking to myself that this stuff is either just to get votes, or are they really after him? And in my opinion, I don't think they're after him. Because if they really wanted to be after him, he'd be iced out. He'd have 2 bracelets, 3 watches, earrings. So if they really wanted to take him out, he'll be gone. He wouldn't be here. Now, let's look into the story that happened recently. Now, Trumpet was at a golf course playing golf. You know, that's what rich Caucasian or rich people do. And a object that dislodges fire rounds was dislodged at the golf course. Secret Service was slipping. I don't know who Trumpet's Secret Service is, but they are terrible. This is the second time this happened. And look at Buddy. Buddy has gone off that beer and butter. Off that beer and butter. Newport 100s. And this is the guy that took you down. This is a situation that happened recently on July 13th. And I want all my viewers to take note of the number 13 because Trumpet takes part in sacred events with the number 13. Now, this kid was supposedly alone, and he dislodged a object at Trumpet and grazed him. He was there alone. He was on top of a building, and it let it happen. That's why I be feeling like this stuff is staged. And he also let Trumpet get up and make a fist that is used in certain societies. You know, certain societies, certain brotherhoods use this symbol. And I felt like Trumpet was using this as a way to make him a martyr. And I don't know who this guy is. I never even studied, I don't watch the news. But it's crazy that a young kid was able to get on top of a building and get past Secret Service and try to take the life of a political figure. Now, this specimen on the screen here is the guy who was supposedly the suspect of the situation that happened with Trump at the golf course. And this guy's clearly gone off that bear and butter. Clearly. He clearly does crystal. He clearly does crystal math. He's really good at algebra. Math, crystal math. This guy, it was the one who got past Secret Service and was able to get a couple of incendiary objects off at a political figure. And I feel like this guy was probably part of a program that was up under a government program, the Charlie Igloo Alpha. Now, the Coke Ice Cream Applesauce group by the government, which is a great dessert group that does a lot of secret stuff for the government, the Coke Ice Cream Applesauce, these guys kind of mess with people's minds and make them do certain things. There's no way a dude who I can serve an 8-ball right now got into a established place and was able to get a few objects off at a political figure. I could serve this guy right now. And his name is Ryan. I can't read. So Ryan, what's that middle name? And Roth. Double R. I don't know. We can call him Double R for the rest of the video. Double R seems like he can get his butter from anywhere. He buying 0.5s, 0.6s, hitting that glass. But Ryan Roth was able to get up on Trumpet. What's known about Double R? Trumpet's attempt in Florida. So, it says suspect has been for an apparent attempt on Sunday against former Trumpet at golf course in West Palm Beach, Florida. The suspect, Double R, age 58. I told y'all, keep up with the number 13. 5'8", 5 plus 8 is 13. Appears to have been motivated by frustration with U.S. policy in the world on conflict with, I can't read, guys. What is that word? Ukraine? There's a situation on the world's a world conflict going on with a place called Ukraine. I can't read, guys, but please help me out, okay? Now, a picture is emerging of Double R, who officials say pointed a high from the tree line of Florida golf course where former President Trumpet was golfing Sunday afternoon. The FBI U.S. Secret Service are investigating the incident, which FBI said appears to be an attempt at former Rendith 58 appeared to in federal Monday morning on possession of a firearm convicted and possession of a firearm. If a convicted, both charges could face him a maximum of 20 years. R told judge he employed it and makes $3,000 a month, and he didn't provide details about his job. He said he didn't have any assets. During Monday's hearing, it is determined he is qualified for a public defender. Yeah, this guy says doesn't have no history. We can't find out where he worked. Y'all can find out where I work. I guarantee you, if they wanted to find out where I work, they could find it. That's why this guy is a plant at Walmart. You can get this guy here to help dehumidify your home of all type of gases. Now, R was armed with a 47 and was allegedly 300 and 500 yards away from Trumpet when members of the former president's Secret Service detail spotted him, according to an affidavit filed following day. An FBI special agent described a SKS 7.6, 7 plus 6 is 13, 6.2, 39 caliber with a scope. The suspect was a few holes ahead of where the president was golfing at the Trump International Golf Course in the West. So they was doing their job, but it's crazy he was able to get on the course. How was he able to get on the course with a whole entire object, a steel object that can lit off rounds from 400 to 500 meters away? And I was trained in the military. You don't want to use a 47 from 300 to 400 feet. They're not good. They're not accuracy-wise. Members of the service detailed open about Roth, according to law enforcement officials. It's not clear if he fired any. Brashaw said witness saw a man jumping out of the bushes and fleeing back in a Nissan. Officials got license plate numbers, and the car was pulled off about 50 miles north of the golf course. Driver detained and identified the suspect. Law enforcement found a 2 backpacks, a ceramic tile, and GoPro camera in the bushes at the scene, officials said. So they got him. So he drove away, drove down the road, and they got him. Y'all, this is all staged, man. This is all just a guy on that beer and butter, prior service, and he's been in the system for years. Probably since a kid, and they've been running these programs with the Coke, ice cream, applesauce program, where you can split people's thought process. And it says, according to affidavit from agent, R posted his cell phone number to Facebook in July, recording records from the Sorry, y'all, I can't read. Records from the service provider showed that Roth's phone was in the vicinity of the area along with Trumpet and National Tree Line for about 12 hours Sunday, for approximately 1:59 a.m. to approximately 1:31 p.m., according to those affidavits. 1:31, 13, keep up. And Roth, or R, has a long history of doing crimes. His most recent address is listed in Hawaii, but he spent most of his life in North Carolina, according to property records. R owned a camp box in Honolulu, a shed building company, according to his LinkedIn profile. The council says that he studied at North Carolina Agricultural Technical Community State University and graduated in 1998. That's the same college I went to. Buddy, and that's a HBCU, y'all. So Buddy was a Caucasian male at an HBCU getting that free money, and that's how he got on that beer and butter, because we served him. Now, it says records show Roth issues with law go back to 1990, including lesser of writing bad. But in 2002, he was with possession of a weapon and in North Carolina of Department of Corrections records. In another incident, he was charged with misdemeanors, including a hit and resisting arrest and concealed. So he has a long rap sheet. Usually, that's just like the guy. There's a rapper who was from the West Coast who was a part of a street fraternity. He had cornrows. He was light-skinned. And a dude, I think his name was Derek Holster. Derek Holster had a similar situation, a long history dealing with the law, and he seemed to just randomly wake up one day and take the life of this rapper who was on the West Coast. So they like to go after guys who have a long stint of being behind government facilities. His account on X, formerly known as Twitter, has now been and is included a number of posts about Trumpet. Who is that guy? I don't know who that guy is. So Trumpet, while you were my choice in 2106, I and the world hoped that President Trumpet would be different and better than the candidate. But we are all here greatly disappointed, and it seems you are getting worse and de-evolving. He wrote in June 2020 post, I will be glad when you're gone. This was clearly staged, a clearly fake tweet, and he was instructed to give that tweet. He also referenced the July 13th attempt on Trumpet in multiple posts, suggesting that President Biden and Vice President, who is Biden and these names I can't read, who is Kamala Harris, should visit injured and attend. I have no idea what that is. So this guy seems to be supporting a country overseas that's in the Middle East, Ukraine, and this guy here seems to have a long record and seems to have said he threatened Trumpet. Clear as day that this guy is a plant. Now, also state that this guy views sped to his public statements as well. R was passionate about supporting Ukraine, even traveling overseas in hopes of fighting in the conflict against, what is that R word? I am coming to Ukraine from Hawaii for your kids and families' democracies. I will come and he wrote on X and post LinkedIn. Y'all, this is fake. This is fake. This is clearly some guy who's been reported to say all this stuff so he can have a paper trail. They leave stuff on X because it's there forever. But things didn't appear to work out quite as he expected. In an interview with, why is everybody interviewing him? Why is this no-name dude getting interviews? He said, my initial goal was to come, but I'm 56. So initially they were like, I have no military experience. So they were like, you're not an ideal candidate. So they said, not right this minute. So plan B was to come. So this is about good versus evil, he told the outlet. Why are they interviewing a random dude, guys? Ask yourself this. If you're watching this, why are they interviewing a random dude who's clearly on that beer and butter daily, and I can serve him right now 2.5s, a 512 and a 7.5 and a 10. He will buy it. Why are they interviewing him? All right. So it says the last time the interviewer heard from R was November 2023 when he said he was back in Hawaii. Why are y'all interviewing a random dude, a random guy, who happens a few years later try to harm a potential political candidate that I have never did any research on, never in my life? And this so happens to be around the time where this foreign country wants to use long distance, objects against another country and cause potential harm. And where that president of that R word, Russell, I never heard of a country called Russell, but a country called Russell's upset that Eureka is going to use long distance objects against them, Now, let's go back to this guy here. I don't know who this person is, never seen him a day in my life, and I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I just woke up and randomly touched my phone and made a video. I don't even think I made this video. This dude here supposedly got access to a building and dislodged objects at a political candidate and hit him. And then his life was then taken by services. I think this is ironic and strange. And this kid supposedly played in a commercial for one of the most biggest companies, investing companies in the world. I think it's called White Rock or Black Stone or something like that. Yeah, I think Black Stone. So this kid played in a commercial for one of the biggest investing companies in the world. And then a few years later, he's trying to take the life of a political candidate. Now, on July 13th, a rally near, you see that? This kid hopped on a building by himself, no help, and tried to take the life. And I just think this stuff is weird. It doesn't add up to me. If you ask a random guy like me who doesn't watch the news, who didn't graduate high school, who's just an uneducated person all around, guys, I can't even read. I find this stuff suspicious. Very suspicious. Now it says on July 6th, 7 plus 6 is 13. The same day he registered for the route. Search and how far was, who is that? From Kannapolis. In reference to the port, who is these people? The gunman who crooks also searched for information, power plants, and attempted accession of Slovakian. So he searched a lot of stuff that day and they found it. On July 12, 2024, Crooks went to a range where he was a member to practice. You don't get to go and learn how to fire a object in one day, guys. It takes weeks to fire an object. Now, let's circle back to that number 13 that's very special. The secret of the number 13. I have no idea what this is. Never in my life know what this article is. And I don't even know what number that is. That's 14. So the secret number of 14, a very special number that is used by certain secret brother guys who meet up once a month. I don't know. This number is very special to them. Very, very special. And this has also been a sacred event used by other people. LeBron James did it when, I don't even know who LeBron is, but a basketball player did it when a certain basketball player seemed to lose his life in a helicopter. It was a event or surrounded by 13. So let's read this. Like we mentioned in our geometry blog, curves and circles are connected to feminine energies and straight lines are connected to masculine energies. The fruit line consists of 13 circles, which is the predecessor of Metatron's. Who is that? Since Q plays a very important role in creation of our universe, you could basically see the fruit of life as womb of the universe. And there are a few things related to 14, and I can't read that word, guys. Can y'all help me out? What does that say? That says for mockery, including the right branch of for mockery and the 14 levels of the Great Seal. Secrets of the 14 Masonic degrees, wrote right. This book explores the sacred events and teachings of the Rortwright branch of Romachery. Yes, y'all. Trumpet practices this type of stuff. The Grand Sale 14 levels represents the original 14 states in the eye of symbol, God's watching over the new. The pyramid represents a new and was built to last. However, the pyramid and all seeing were not yet part of the Masonic symbols when the Great Seal adopted 1782. The Freemasonry was 3 degrees entered apprentice, fellow craft of master. These are part of craft blue. The degrees are taught through combination and lectures. So 13 is very important. Now, I put his name, the guy who double R, in the gem calculator. I didn't do this. I don't know how I got this information. I didn't edit this video. But if you look up his name in the gem calculator on the computer, you will see that his name has some stuff. Now, y'all can pause the screen and read the stuff for yourself, but it's some very interesting quotes that pull up for his name. But at the end of the day, please pause this video, read the stuff, see what this double R name brings up. And I did not edit this video. I don't even know who I am right now. I never graduated high school. I don't even know who Dwayne McClain is. I'm not even recording this video right now. I have no idea who any of these people are in this video. I don't even know what I'm reading. I can't read. I didn't graduate. But I do know that somebody who I can serve that beer and butter to, a 0.5, did not sneak onto a government-regulated golf course with an object and take aim at a political figure. I know that for a fact. And that's me being a random dude who never existed. And also, please, if you're watching this content, be aware of numbers. When you see stuff like the number that is before 5, no, after 5, but before 7. The number before 2, but after 4. The number that is before 8, no, after 8, but before 10. Pay attention to those numbers. And also the number that's before 12, after 12, but before 14. Please pay attention to those numbers. Please keep up with this stuff. We are all in a regulated government game. I personally believe that both parties are part of WWE, and they just want to see who's going to win the fans over, who gets the most votes, and that's who's going to win. That's my opinion of a situation I don't have no idea about in November. So y'all, please like, comment, subscribe. It's the boy Dwayne McClain at Dwayne McClain TV. Y'all be blessed, y'all be safe. I'm out.